Imagine this, there is something lurking in a vast, endless cyberspace of the web, hidden in the shadows, always watching, always waiting. It's a force that operates silently, unnoticed until it strikes. Something that makes the web dark and full of terrors. What is it? One of its names is the Lazarus Group, one of the most wanted, ruthless, and notorious hacker groups out there. Every time this name appears, it's a guaranteed disaster in the making. They have stolen billions of dollars, disrupted the safest systems, and infiltrated the most secure places in the digital realm. And what is the most dangerous? They probably have the support of the government of the North Korea. The name Lazarus itself carries a dark and symbolic meaning. In the Bible, Lazarus was a man resurrected by Jesus after 4 days in a tomb, a miracle of revival. But in the cyber world, the Lazarus Group embodies a different kind of resurrection. No matter how many times law enforcement agencies try to dismantle them, they return more dangerous than before. They adapt, evolve, and strike again, making them nearly impossible to kill. This isn't just a group of hackers, it's a digital hydra, cut off one head and 2 more grow back. So Lazarus is no ordinary group of hackers. Originally emerging in the early 2000s, they've been linked to the North Korean government. Some call them cyber warriors, others digital terrorists. But one thing is certain, they are relentless. Known under different various aliases in different sources, Guardians of Peace, Appleworm, Hidden Cobra, Dark Soul, Think, Lazarus Group operates like a highly skilled cyber army targeting financial institutions, multinational corporations, and more recently, the cryptocurrency industry. They don't just steal money. In some cases, they manipulate systems, disrupt industries, and leave chaos in their wake. Their reputation is so fearsome that the FBI has put some of their members on its most wanted list. Meet one of them, Park Jin-hyuk, a programmer trained in North Korea and linked to several cyber attacks. His existence is denied by North Korean authorities, but the FBI claims that he's responsible for some of the most devastating cybercrimes in history. We don't have much information about Park Jin-hyuk or any other Lazarus members. Moreover, we don't know the exact numbers of its group, nor the number of their units, nor even their current location. Presumably, some attacks and crimes may be carried out by the group from China and other countries and not from North Korea. One of the Lazarus Group's first major attacks was in 2014, when they infiltrated Sony Pictures. The attack was devastating. Confidential emails leaked, employee data stolen, unreleased films exposed. But why? All because of the one movie, The Interview, a satire about North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. The hackers left a chilling message. If Sony dared to release the film, there would be consequences. It wasn't just about embarrassing the company, it was about intimidation on a global scale. So this attack wasn't just about money, it was a statement, it was cyber warfare. The incident caused such a stir that then President of the United States, Barack Obama, promised decisive actions in response. In 2016, the Lazarus Group pulled off one of the most ambitious financial cybercrimes in history. They targeted the Central Bank of Bangladesh. Using malware to manipulate the SWIFT banking system, they attempted to steal nearly $1 billion. They got away with $81 million, laundering it through casinos in the Philippines. The only thing that stopped them from taking more was a simple typo in a transaction request. A minor error prevented them from securing hundreds of millions more. Even so, the heist sent shockwaves through the global financial system. Banks worldwide scrambled to tighten security, but Lazarus Group had already proven a terrifying truth. No institution was untouchable. Next, the WannaCry ransom virus attacked the world in 2017. It spread like wildfire, locking down thousands of computers across the globe, demanding Bitcoin ransoms from victims. Hospitals, banks, government institutions, no one was safe. The chaos was massive. Furthermore, as crypto exploded in popularity, Lazarus broadened its focus in its direction. Why spend months hacking a bank when billions of dollars in unregulated digital assets are there to be grabbed? They started infiltrating major crypto projects. First big story was about Axie Infinity heist. Using social engineering, they tricked an employee into downloading a malicious file. That gave hackers access to 5 out of 9 validators in the Roman cross-chain breach, and they drained it of 615 million worth of crypto. They didn't stop there, though. In 2022, they exploited security vulnerabilities in Horizon breach and stole $100 million. And then came February 2025, when they executed their biggest heist yet, hacking ByBit and stealing a staggering $1.4 billion in Ethereum from one single multi-sig cold wallet. Hackers managed to alter the UI and get away with 400,000 ETH. Several days later, the FBI confirmed that it was indeed the Lazarus Group behind the theft. So, Lazarus is dangerous because they're constantly evolving, using a combination of advanced hacking techniques and deception. They exploit software weaknesses before they're patched. They infiltrate companies by posing as employees and employers. They plant malware in open source projects. Once they steal crypto, they launder it through mixers, making it nearly impossible to trace. By the time authorities catch up, the funds are already gone, staggered across countless wallets, converted into different assets, and funneled through a web of transactions that lead nowhere. The Lazarus Group isn't going anywhere. As long as money moves through digital systems, they're hunting for big points. And as the crypto industry grows, so goes their list of targets. And you know what is the scariest part is? Their tactics are becoming more sophisticated. Their attacks become more frequent and daring. And their ability to stay hidden is nearly flawless. Regulators and law enforcement are scrambling to keep up, but Lazarus Group is always one step ahead. Governments are freezing assets, tightening security laws, and sanctioning wallets suspected of laundering stolen funds, but for every countermeasure, Lazarus finds a new way in. So the question isn't if they'll strike again. The questions are when and where. And we don't have answers to these questions, only hackers in Lazarus do. This means everything might become their next target. Furthermore, Lazarus might already be deeply infiltrated within the systems of its next victim, ready to strike. And if you are in crypto, cybersecurity should be your top priority. Always double-check links, use cold wallets, and never assume you're safe. Because for that, you're not. Because somewhere out there in the digital abyss, Lazarus Group is watching, waiting, ready to strike again.